And the torch is being handed off
Here we are.
ceremoniously.
And it is time for the Americans to take over the casting booth.
But actually, time for both Canada and the Czech Republic to take over the gaming spots. They get to show their stuff as the last match of a round of 32.
Yeah, and a lot of people have been looking forward to Canada because they did so well in the qualifiers, placing fourth. I think I was a little higher than most people had pegged them at. But nevertheless, here they are. We finally get to see Azer, Ryuke, big names.
Yeah, I know Azer has definitely been hinting a lot at his team. I think he's a little stuck between wanting to keep it a little bit secretive and also telling everyone that they have a chance, placing really well this year. And with a qualifier performance, leaving them at 4th seed, I believe them now.
Yeah, the thing about Azer is he's always got a game plan every year. I don't know if you remember last year we were a part of that prediction stream. He said that they could get to finals week, and they did.
Yeah. And now I think he's hoping for at least top 3. And if he's confident about that, I don't think he ever tries to overshoot his own capacity. So if he thinks it's possible, then it's definitely possible.
Yeah, and as we saw last year, Azer, when Azer says he's going to do something, he does it. And I think Canada actually have a realistic possibility of making top 3. It's going to be highly contested, but I don't think you can really rule them out.
Not. Though they first have to get through the Czech Republic. They seeded 29th in the qualifiers. A couple of good performances from Swati and Vila Z. A couple players to keep an eye out for, as well as Daichi, who played in most of the maps for the qualifiers.
Looking back at the qualifiers for the Czech Republic, they came in 25th in Nomad, 32nd in Hidden, 29th in Hard Rock, and 23rd in Double Time.
Yeah, I think Double Time is definitely where this team shines the most. Though compared to a team like Canada, it'll still be a tough time to get any points off. And I mean, looking at the roster, there's a lot of names that I think most people wouldn't be incredibly familiar with. Like, there's Azer, there's Ryuke, maybe you know Stoof, maybe you know Kyle, but the others are people you might not know about. And I think that makes Canada really scary in that sort of sense, especially for a viewer. They might not know what this team is even capable of.
And a fun fact for Canada, only 2 teams in the qualifier managed to place in the top 10 in all 4 categories, being the United States and Canada, coming in 4th Nomad, 3rd in Hidden, 8th in Hard Rock, and 10th in Double Time. So definitely a team to be feared, and I think that shows great consistency, great flexibility when you're able to play so well in all aspects of the mod pool.
Absolutely.
Speaking of the map pool, here it is.
Take a good look, because it's gone.
Yeah, and there it goes. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I was casting with Azer earlier, and I was mentioning how I wanted to talk about the Canadian team. He was like, "No, it's best that you don't. Just like keep it to a down low. Like, we don't have to talk about." But
we don't need to expose everything. We don't need to go into detail.
No need to show off our secret weapons here. But I think it'd be a disservice to this team if we didn't give them a quick shout out, because you're looking at some people that they have in their quote-unquote bench. They've got yuuki-chan, who's an incredible hidden player. They've got Nero, who I've seen in a couple community tournaments, and he's been extremely well-rounded lately. Yummy, he's coming off he's coming into his first OWC, actually. Him and Nero, first times playing in the World Cup. Of course, you've got Kyle and Azer and Ryuk.
Yeah, that's the thing about Canada is they have a lot of versatility in the fact that they have their core players kind of set, but they also have such a depth of good players in their country that they can kind of fine-tune their team every year to the competition.
Absolutely. I feel like the last couple of years, Canada's mostly had their bases covered, but yet couldn't find like very solid like last couple players to fill those 7th and 8th spots. But I think this year they've really maximized their potential.
getting into the second warm-up. This one is the Canadian warm-up, mapped by Kyle himself.
One thing I love about Kyle is that when I first met him a few years ago, he told me like one of his favorite things to do was to convert catch the beat maps into standard and try to play them. And I think this mapping is very indicative of that.
No.
It's very all over the place, left and right.
Why would you do that?
Masochist, this one.
I guess. Oh my goodness. But anyway, what I love about the World Cup this year is we're getting so many great like stats.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of people tracking stats, like Enwolf, of course, every year will do stats. Azer as well has been keeping quite a lot of like individual player stats, and that helps to really like showcase the best of the best performers, even if there are teams that aren't performing as well as a whole. So I think that's definitely pretty cool.
It is nice to highlight every player, even if they don't get the chance to play in the World Cup very long, because for many of these players, it's going to be 2 weeks. You know, we're going to start cutting teams next week, so it'll be nice to get to see all the great players in the World Cup from across the world.
Absolutely.
Well, that's going to do it.
There were even some players from teams that didn't even qualify that played fantastic during the qualifiers.
Oh yeah, there were definitely some names up at the top that I think a lot of people didn't know coming into this World Cup. And I'm so grateful that we have the qualifiers now. But I think that's going to do it for warm-ups. Now we get a longer look at the map pool.
Here it is.
There we go.
You didn't catch it the first time.
So time for the rolls and the bans. Azer with an 89. Strong roll for Canada. And not going to be enough to beat the 89.
Kyle also rolling an 80 plus of himself.
The rolls have been strong here. Rolling's been very popular this year in the World Cup. I wonder why.
I could never understand why rolling is the main attraction during World Cup matches.
Rolling's overrated. Right, Toy?
Definitely overrated. Should never get excited about a roll ever. It's just RNG. There's no skill to it. There's no point.
Oh, that's great. Rolling World Cup win.
There actually is like community tournaments that's just like literally rolls. You just you get into a lobby and it's best of one roll, and then whoever wins moves. So Canada will be banning first.
Well, all right. Let's see where Azer decides to go. We've kind of seen bans slightly all over the place. Especially with the higher seeded teams. When you're like the 4 seed playing the 29, it's not necessarily about just banning something that you maybe will have trouble on, because Canada can play the skill gap here, I think, quite well. There's a few tech maps in here that we've seen other high seeded teams use. So it'll be interesting to see what the Czech Republic ban in response to this.
And with a team like Canada's, it's hard to say where they might want to place their bans. Oh,
no mod one. All right.
Junshin.
So Canada taking the tactical no mod 1 ban.
Thing about no mod 1 is it's usually a generic aim map, and that's usually the biggest toss-up map where both teams seem like they can do just as well as the other. So
and HD1 getting the boot from the Czech Republic.
Fully understandable. You got players like yuuki-chan and Azer.
I think that was a good use of a ban for the Czech Republic. Azer calling for the HR1 ban, and Blood promising not to pick it, but we'll see. We'll see. Variable
HR1. HR1 not too popular this time around.
Yeah, it actually has only been played a handful of times. Dynasty has definitely been the more popular map in the Hard Rock pool. But the first pick will be from the Czech Republic, and it is Function Phantom Variable from the No-Mod bracket.
I think Hard Rock 1, aside from Hidden One, has been the most banned map this whole round. 7 times for both of those maps.
Wow, that's quite a high ban rate.
Yeah, except Hidden One, when it wasn't banned, was picked a lot more. Tokimeki Sugar only picked twice in the how many matches have?
Almost all of them. This is the 16th and final match of
So
the weekend.
out of 15, it's been picked twice.
Wow. But all right, teams getting set for this No-Mod, and we'll be taking you to the lobby and to the match shortly. But also, I gotta appreciate these graphics done by Flight every year in the background.
Yeah, they're gorgeous, and everything's being run on laser. Like, this is all OWC laser possible.
Yeah, so a bright look into the future of the game as well. But now here we are. We got the roster set, it looks like.
Got the regular stand-ins, Azer and Ryuki, but a couple new faces there. Their match debut in the World Cup, Yummy and Nero. And I would keep a closer eye on Nero. I think he does like fantastic on these sorts of maps.
Definitely going to be keeping an eye on them, but start command has been issued. So for the Canadians, it's Ryuki, Yummy, Azer, and Neuro. For the Czech Republic, Bloodbursting, Neshpi, Swati, and Evident.
Remember, I mentioned Swati before, the highest performer from Czech Republic in the group stage, or I suppose the qualifiers last.
Ryuki having a little trouble loading in, so we might get a reload here. We'll have to see if the client fixes itself here in a sec, but going to be getting a late start into this one. So we're going to have to play catch up here, but it looks like no drops here. Everybody making it to around 200 combo relatively smoothly. Aside from a few accuracy drops on the side of the Czech Republic. Blood bursting will find the first miss for the Czech Republic. Canada gonna pull out that score advantage.
Yeah, on a map like this, accuracy is important, but I think it's going to be sealed more by where you drop your combo. Just because it's such a long song and there's so many opportunities to miss.
Yeah, and again, dropping halfway is not optimal at all, and we still have yet to get there, so we'll see if Canada can maintain. Azer rocking the double S right now, though. Ryuki's accuracy through the roof as well, performing as expected. Yummy and Nero, though, mirroring each other with that high accuracy and Ryuki. So Canada's looking really comfortable and composed right now.
Though at the same time, the Czech Republic make it to the first break with 3 FCs still under their. They're still facing the big Canadians on with.
Oh, Swati! Unfortunate miss there. Coming in just in the intro to the second part after the break. And that is now
a combo here.
Ooh, Swati will continue to struggle here with a second miss. And that is now 2 FCs. Oh, Evidence down. 1 FC remaining for the Czech Republic. And Canada still holding the quad FC. Pulling away now.
When you enter a break and you can see that your team is holding up, but so are your opponents, it's gotta throw a wrench in.
Nero.
I don't think he broke. I think that was Client.
Oh, that was Client. You keep getting jebaited by the Client, man.
Neshpi's down.
And that is the last FC for the Czech Republic down, but Bloodbursting has rebuilt the combo, but unfortunately for him, Canada's quad F sinks. There's nothing he can do. Azer's still holding the SS. Incredible stuff from him.
Really, like, you can just see that Canada has come ready to play. Everyone on their team still holding FC. Everyone's still holding above 99% accuracy. This is a terrifying team.
Double miss there from Yummy and Nero, but it matters not. They've put in the work, and they've gotten their team far enough. A very comfortable lead. It's going to take, barring some insanity happening, Canada's going to come away with the 1-0 lead on the break point.
And it's difficult not to point out, but
I don't want to do the thing.
Up. We're doing the thing.
I don't want to do the thing. I don't want to do the thing. He's gonna be so mad.
Look, whatever happens now, it's fate.
He got
Azer.
It. He got
Incredible.
it. SS from Azer, the captain, leading the way. Ryuke with an FC. Good accuracy from him.
And on a map like this? On a map like Variable? That's stunning.
That is insane play from Azer. Proving that he's still one of the best.
Golden S is all around for the Canadian team. Only slider breaks for them, no misses.
Yeah, the Czech Republic were hanging with them through the first part up until the first break, but once Swati started falling apart, that's really where it ended for the Czech Republic. And we'll see what Canada now throws at them. That was a break point.
I think they might go for Silver Orbit just to flex their hidden muscle.
Definitely, I think they're going to try to play the skill gap here as hard as they can. And Silver Orbit is a map that will let Canada showcase a lot of their skills. Some great players. I mean, Canada already flexing with the Azer.
Here it comes.
Called it. Boy. Silver Orbit coming in.
You know, Azer and I were also talking about how there's kind of a strategy in picking your first pick. You might want to, if you're feeling much more comfortable in your opponent, you might want to pick something that will require either more focus or more aim. So either like a low AR hidden or a high CS, like Hard Rock map. And I think he mentioned that the US team likes to pick the Hard Rock map and the Canadians like to pick the low AR map very early on, just to throw people off, because we know they're ready.
They're always ready.
A couple of swaps on the board. Yuuki-chan coming in for Yummy, and Kolgar swapping Bloodbursting out, and I believe Daichi coming in as well.
A couple of substitutions made, and it looks like we're all set for the second round on Silver Orbit. The HD gamers rising up. So Toy, as a HD gamer yourself, what are you looking for here?
I'm looking to see if people practiced, because this map is very consistent in the patterns it uses. So if you've played it a couple times, you should be able to do it fairly well. Like, it's very difficult to sight read just because of, well, it's AR8 hidden, but with a bit of practice, it's doable. And I think a lot of teams kind of forego that sort of practice for the other skills that they're good at. So I want to see who here has like learned that.
Neuro and Daichi gonna trade early misses here. And this is one of those maps where a combo is obviously very important, but accuracy is gonna be vastly different usually. Daichi still struggling here in the early going.
Yeah, looking at the qualifier performances, Czech Republic not very strong on hidden as a whole, though Swati probably the man to keep an eye.
Yeah, and Azer does find that miss.
You know, a bit uncharacteristic to see misses from Ryuke and Azer so early.
Yeah, I also forgot that Ryuke did miss as well. So Czech Republic actually eking out the slight advantage here, keeping pace in the early going.
So they've still got Yuuki-chan on that FC, and
Nashby and Daichi will find that double miss.
Won't matter too much. We've got Kolgar and Swati still FCing as well for the Czech Republic.
There's another miss from Daichi. Struggling now. Canada slowly checking out, pulling away as Daichi continues to struggle.
Yeah, even though they've got 2 FCs, Canada has their other players all with stronger, lower comp.
Yeah, the supporting combos for Canada are there. Azer and Ryuke have recovered from the early misses, as well as Neuro. And so now all Czech Republic can do is, we're still only halfway through the map. They have to just recover and wait for Canadian misses. And so far, no such misses being provided from Canada. Oh wait, Ryuke will find several misses there. Lost the tempo.
Looking at Kolgar, he looks really nervous. His curse is kind of flying over. I'm seeing him note lock on. Oh, yeah, there's some definite nerves on the Czech Republic side, but he's still holding on.
The combo. Yeah, he's still with it though.
And looking at the combo advantage, like it's in Czech Republic's favor.
Yeah, Ryuke with another miss. Now the Czech Republic starting to pull it back into the final third now.
They're gonna need to miss from either Azer or yuuki-chan soon, but even then, like we're seeing the score gap.
Nashby will miss, but he's not the biggest combo.
Kolgar down.
Kolgar. You mentioned the nerves finally getting to him. And now Canada, look at that lead. Still with yuuki-chan and Azer. Up to brilliant combo. Swati, the only significant combo now on the side of the Czech Republic. Canada putting up some serious advantage on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think with that miss, it's kind of sealed their fate. Canada bringing the score way back in their favor with Yuki and Azer still holding nearly all, like 1,000, and the song nearly over as well.
And that is going to do it. Canada coming through with a 2-0 lead to start the match. As we wait for the ending sections here.
Yeah, Yuuki-chan showing up exactly where they needed him. I mean, he is their like backup hidden, and he's FCing the only FC on the board actually.
And that's gonna give Canada the point by a significant margin. Yuuki-chan, the only FC. And now the Czech Republic need to stop this momentum from Canada with this pick. And we'll see where in the map pool they go.
Small shout out to Azer for getting the only 99 and single digit 100 count on that map. Good accuracy from him, as always.
Hard Rock 2, the pick from the Czech Republic. So we'll go to Hard Rock now. Czech Republic trying to shake things up here. Test the waters in a new mod pool.
We'll see how everyone stands up. Especially, I want to see someone like Kolgar, who is dealing with nerves, play something with much smaller circle size. That might be a bit of a cost, but I think it's a risk they're willing to take.
Canada heavily favored on this mod, but not stopping the Czech Republic.
Could maybe expect to see Nero come in, or Kyle potentially. There he is.
Yeah, there he is. So Trev Rasher, Azer, Kyle, and Stoop the roster. And another thing you can already notice from Canada is that they constantly swap members.
Yeah.
I mean, Azer is kind of the mainstay here, but Canada is very versatile, and that's what makes them such a potent team.
I think what makes them so potent is because I don't know if it's super right to say that they have a lot of like very well-rounded players. Like you've got Ryuke who can play basically everything. Azer, everything but something fast, pretty much. But everyone else seems like highly specialized in what they are able to do. Like you'll see Yuuki-chan come in for like mainly just hidden. You'll see someone like Stoof come in for like mainly just hard rock, and they don't have that sort of like all-around consistency, but like they've got enough players in each category that it doesn't really matter, and like because they're specialized, it just makes them stronger.
And I think that this is a team that highly benefits from the new changes to the free mod bracket, where you only need one hidden and one hard rock minimum for free mod. So I think Canada is going to be one of those teams that's going to be able to explore the free mod pool quite frequently this tournament.
Yeah, and with someone like Yuuki-chan to just take hidden every single time, because you're now forced to have one player on hidden only.
And we do see some early misses coming in from the Canadian side, but won't make a massive difference. It just gives the Czech Republic the minuscule advantage for now.
I do think like free mod picks actually give Canada a lot of potential, because they've got many players who can play all the different mods, and they can choose to overmod if they really wanted to, if they wanted that extra point.
Yep, and Kolgar and Stoof trading misses. Canada with the advantage based off of accuracy mainly right now.
Yeah, early misses from one player of each side, so looking really even.
Trev Rasher, though, will change things with a miss. Oh no, that was client lag.
Yet you still see Czech Republic pulling ahead a little bit.
Yep.
Lots of client lags.
Lots of client lag, but that was a miss from Bloodbursting and Villas.
And an
will miss as
entire
well.
stream for Stoof.
Yeah, that was a big axe drop, keeping Czech Republic in it, but Daichi now finding breaks as well as Kolgar. Misses coming in across the board, but it is Azer, Trevrasher, and Kyle, the consistent pillars for Canada here. 3 FCs.
EFCs to none. You can see Canada's score just pulling away so quick. 500k, 600k.
Yeah, for the Czech Republic.
700k.
This pick will backfire, unfortunately, for them. Canada, a resounding victory here. And they'll lead it 3-0.
3-0 with 3 FCs. Look at that score gap. 900,000.
Massive win, to say the least. An S from Trevrasher.
Did Azer miss right at the end?
No, my bad. Azer missed at the beginning. He didn't FC it.
Oh.
He missed at the very beginning, but it was basically enough to only actually technically 1 FC on the map, and that was Trevrasher. And so Canada now a significant advantage, and they have the pick.
Now, like I was saying, free mod might be pretty viable. Free mod is coming.
Yep. It's like he was listening to us.
If there's any team that I feel like I know pretty well, it's Canada.
Yep, and here we go. Free mod being explored. Hasn't been really too explored this one. I think Mephisto's been the more popular of the free mod picks.
Mephisto being generally a bit easier because there's not a lot of aim to it. This one's generally pretty generic, jumpy, but with probably the best song of the of the pool.
Oh yeah, hands
this
down.
one's jamming.
Mapped by Dallas.
Sung by Yorushika. Difficulty extra, it's got it all.
It's gonna be a banger.
Can absolutely expect to see Azer swapping out for this. I think he got spooked by the early 220 BPM stream or burst. There's definitely potential to miss on that.
Well, here we go. Let's check out the mod lineups for both teams. For Canada, it's going to be 2 Hard Rocks from Trevrasher and Ryu K, yuuki-chan with HD, Nero the Nomad. And for the Czech Republic, it will be Daichi going Hidden Hard Rock, Bloodbursting going Hard Rock, and Swati with HD, Neshby the Nomad.
Interesting choices. I thought that Canada might want to take advantage of overmodding, and I think they did. They've got 3 mods when they only need 2. But so did Czech Republic, so I don't know if they're trying to do a counterplay.
I think Czech Republic were kind of backed into this corner of overmodding, and we saw Spain do this with Poland overmodding on Mephisto, and it worked. It's kind of one of those high risk, high reward situations where if the Czech Republic can hold combo for a significant way, they'll actually be able to take this point because they have that advantage. And yuuki-chan does find the miss for Canada, so Czech Republic in the driver's seat.
It's also good to note the Hard Rock players' accuracies, because if you're playing Hard Rock and you're hitting 95% accuracy, you're basically getting the same amount of score as a high accuracy Nomad. And look at Daichi, as I say that, 100ing the entire stream there, but still holding combo.
Yeah, but holding the combo, that's what's important for him because he is that double mod. And he did find an early miss, but again, because of the mod kind of offsetting it and yuuki-chan's combo, so Czech Republic actually playing quite well, but Daichi does break the double mod, and that's a big blow. Bloodbursting as well is going to follow it up. Canada now in the lead.
Heading into the second half of the map after this, both teams get to take a quick look at their opponents, see how they're doing. Maybe wave to one another.
You know.
As you do.
As you do. But Canada now in the driver's seat, and the Czech Republic know this, but now they're not that far behind still, I would say, even though Canada are pulling away. If they can hang in there, get a miss or two from Canada, they could get right back into it.
But looking at Canada and who they're up against, like, not too confident we'll see more miss. There's a chance they just don't.
Yeah, there is a possibility that they just won't miss.
And in the background, we have Azer twiddling his thumbs, smiling an evil
I'm sure he's enjoying what he's seeing right now on the screen.
Yes, go.
Daichi with a Daichi with a miss. And that may all but seal it as we kind of transition into the final quarter.
3 FCs still for Canada. 2 for Czech Republic, though. They're not playing too weak here. Like, they're doing well.
That's what I've noticed. A lot of these lower seeded teams have actually shown up a little bit and put up a fight against these powerhouses. Swati, though, will find the miss on hidden for the Czech Republic, and gonna all but seal this. Bloodbursting will follow it up at the end. But Canada, with 3 FCs, is gonna come away with a 4-0 lead.
And like I mentioned, did not even see another miss after the very first early, maybe even slider break? No, a miss from yuuki-chan.
So 3 S's against 3 A's. Canada take that point down 4-0. They lead match point. The Czech Republic, though, will have at least the final pick in this if this is the last map. They
The
have
score
a shot.
screen bring me back to trigonometry class. Side angle side.
So, oh my goodness, no. The side angle side, oh my goodness. But where does I think I think a map that the Czech Republic might go for, just the simple Ledo Ranvu.
I mean, it's their last pick, potentially. Match point for Canada.
They kind of just need a map that they're confident on. Even
I would say DT.
Yeah, DT or Ledo Ranvu, because both these teams are good at DT, and DT was the best mod for the Czech Republic in the qualifiers. So we'll have to wait and see what the final decision is.
I think maybe Ring of Fortune, something simpler. Ring of Fortune also being one of the most picked maps of this round, 10 times out of the 15 matches we've seen so far.
That's 2/3.
But if they're feeling dicey, they might go for Fought and Field or Saison Spectacle.
Go for a spicy pick.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, there you called it.
Surprised they didn't try this earlier. I mean, I guess, what were their previous picks? They had Silver Orbit and no. They had
a Variable and Dynasty.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't pull DT out earlier. It was what they seemingly were best at in the qualifiers.
Yeah, but hindsight is 2020, so we'll see how the Czech Republic do on this double time pick. It's do or die for them in the round of 32. But we've gotten to see a little bit of everything. We've already seen a no mod, a hidden, a hard rock, a free mod, and now a DT. We've literally gone through all 5 areas of the map pool.
Aside from the tiebreaker, no tiebreakers in the entire round of 32.
We did have a few close matches, but unfortunately none of them got to the tiebreaker mark.
Speaking of close matches, the winner of this will face Indonesia, and the loser will drop down to the loser's bracket and face Italy.
And that was a spicy matchup between those two teams.
A 5-3 ending.
One of the 2 5-3 matches, I think.
Yeah, it was this one.
A couple of them.
It was this one, and then Sweden versus France, with France being the victor. So we're gearing up for what's potentially the last map of the round of 32.
Unless the Czech Republic have anything to say about it.
A cool 230 BPM. I think everyone's sufficiently warmed up for this now. Azer's still sitting in his throne, watching menacingly.
Man. You got some beef or something?
No, I like to picture him as like the evil mastermind of this year's OWC.
He is the tactical mastermind. I think that's what people have come to know him as. I don't know if he's evil, but certainly a mastermind of tournaments.
He's evil because he's not helping me out. But early miss from Ryuki, the supposed all-star from Canada.
Evident will trade it though from the Czech Republic, so Canada will maintain that advantage. And Yummy still with the SS right now. Very impressive gaming from him.
I think this might be my favorite song of the entire pool.
Isn't that what you said about the Fremont?
I said that was the jammiest one. I think this one's like my favorite. I've always had a soft spot for this song.
An oldie but goodie. And Canada is still maintaining no misses from either side, though. The Czech Republic are doing everything they need to do to keep pace with Canada.
I'm surprised. I think Yummy just stopped spinning for a little bit. Like, spinners honestly do a lot for your points. Like, they are free point.
Yeah. But interesting, maybe he just felt like he wanted to make sure he got off to a good start after the spinner.
Potentially. Though it was a break, but I guess the nerves might come in if you're still holding an SS like he is.
Yeah, true. He's still holding that SS. And Canada's still holding on, distancing themselves, but the Czech Republic at any moment, if there is a falter on the Canadian side and they're ready for it, they will come storming back into this. But they're going to need that miss soon.
Like, an incredibly strong appearance in his first match. Yummy with a 99.8.
That's insane. And remember, both these teams were really good on DT in the qualifier, and they're showing their stuff right here in the round of 32.
Just incredible from both teams. Like, look, everyone's holding on real strong, and yet the accuracy lead from Canada is so evident in that score gap.
But should one of the combos falter, I think Canada still know that Czech Republic still have significant combo. So there is a little pressure here. We'll see if it gets to any one of them. But Canada, look, again, this whole matchup looks so composed and comfortable.
Yummy is a machine on these streams. Look at that.
Just, what are 100s to this man?
Eating it down like it's a cheese platter.
A cheese platter.
Look,
But that's going to be it. Only one miss from both sides. Incredible team performance from both teams. But Canada will take it 5-0. The accuracy difference and the slight combo advantage Canada maintained put them on top.
A little bit unlucky for the Czech Republic. They played so well. That was 4.3 million.
And again, you alluded to it earlier. I think the mistake for them this match was not picking that sooner.
What can you do when Canada pulls out nearly 4 FCs and 4.7 million points on a DT?
There's not much you really can do. But a valiant effort from the Czech Republic. But nevertheless, Canada, your winners in the round of 32. They will carry on in the winners bracket, the 4th seed. And they will face, I believe,
Indonesia,
the 13th seed. The Czech Republic are off to the losers bracket to play Italy, the 20th seed. So our matches for next week are set.
Some exciting matches, actually. Like some good matchups next week. I'm looking at...
How about that Romania-Poland rematch, though? Ooh. That is going to be spicy.
And yet, as spicy as that is, it's still looking like Poland is going to play super. Like, Poland looks like they have their foot on the gas this entire tournament.
Yeah, I think Romania played solid today too, but Poland definitely looked really good in their match against Spain. Really dominant performance, and Romania able to hold off a challenge from a fierce competitor in Japan.
Yeah, but looking around this bracket, if I had to give my personal match highlights that I think will be good to catch if you can only see a couple. I think Australia versus South Korea will be a great match.
Oh, yeah.
Canada and Indonesia, pretty strong as well. And then Brazil and Russia. I think those are all going to be some pretty high-level competition in those matches.
Yeah.
But
And
I mean, considering how dumb.
Yeah, and then you just see some interesting matchups too, like Germany, China, and Taiwan, Netherlands. That's a match I'm paying attention to. Taiwan and Netherlands, two countries with a lot of history. As I recall, those two were the two countries that were in the finals of the first ever World Cup.
That's a good point, yeah.
And they're squaring off, so there's definitely a historic rivalry there, I'm sure, for a lot of those players. So a lot of great matches for you guys to catch next week. So do not miss it.
Don't miss the map pool showcase. I think that's coming up right now, right?
Right now, I think at least I'm done. I don't do map pools. Not my forte.
Map pool showcase in about 10 minutes or so. We'll be handing off the torch ceremoniously once again.
Once again, as we received it, we will give it to whoever is doing the map pool showcase. But it'll be coming up soon in 10 minutes time. So I want to thank all you guys for watching, and Toy for casting with me.
Thank you too, Dolan. It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure. I finally got to cast with this guy.
It's been great.
It's been a fun weekend of matches. Stay tuned for the round of 32. Not round of 32, that just ended.
Round of 16.
Round of 16. Map pool showcase.
Congrats to all the different teams playing.
All right, well, we hope you all enjoyed and have a great rest of your day. We'll be bidding you a pleasant farewell. Adieu.